Alrighty, hello everyone, it's Silver Kyle here, and today I'll be doing something I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do, and that would be a mystery unboxing. So I have a package full of video games here, and what I'll do is I'll give a few hints for each game before I show you, and if this is something that you like, let me know because I do have another package coming in the mail at the end of October. So this is something I could do every once in a while when I do buy video games online. It just makes it a little bit more fun for me anyway. And I have already opened it up, just to make it a little bit easier for this video. But I haven't looked at any of the games yet. And my first hint is that there are 6 games, and they are all handheld games. My second hint is that they are all for Nintendo handheld games. Now, the first game here that I can talk about will be a puzzle game, and it really explores your imagination. It depends on how what you think of is how you progress through this game. This is the first entry into the series. It has only stayed on Nintendo consoles, and it originated on the Nintendo DS. That game would be Scribblenauts, the first one. And pretty much all of these games I picked up like for a few dollars. There's only one game that was like over 20, so a very cheap. It's nice to buy, cheap DS games. It's a great time to be collecting them. Next game, another puzzling game. I think a lot of games here actually are puzzling games. But this game is heavily story driven. And it's basically an investigation. And it involves 2 characters going around solving puzzles and investigating a mystery. And that would be Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. I've always wanted to play the Professor Layton games, and everybody that I've heard that has played these games have really enjoyed them. So I'm quite looking forward to finally playing the Professor Layton series. Next up is once again another puzzling game. And this one is really strictly puzzle. There is no story, there is nothing really driving you to go forward other than just puzzles. And this game sold millions of copies. I think people have picked up Nintendo DS's just to play this game. And that would be Brain Age. Crazy that Sudoku would be something that drives. Maybe the Vita should have a Sudoku game. I'm just kidding. It's crazy though how popular that game is. Next up, another puzzling game, and this is actually another entry into the series that I've just talked about. This is the first one that came out, and that is, here's another hint, it is from Level 5, and that is the first Professor Layton and the Curious Village. The other one is also made by Level 5, but I just didn't mention that in case, for an extra hint. So I will be starting it off with that game. And I'm out of all these games, well, okay, maybe there's one other game that I'm looking forward to more than Professor Layton. Okay, the 5th game, how do I explain this, is a game, there's 3 games in the series, and this is the first one. The first 2 are on the Nintendo DS, and the third one came out on the Wii. It's an RPG made by Disney, and there's not really a lot of RPGs on the Wii. You can almost count them on both hands. But it's made by Disney, didn't sell very well, so it's not very popular. I didn't hear about it for the longest time, and that would be Spectrobes. I had heard, about that the Wii had it, and then I looked into it, and I actually saw that the first 2 actually came out on Nintendo DS, and it's made by Disney, which I find quite interesting, or published by Disney. And last but not least, this is my most expensive one that I picked, and it is a game that came out last year, and the reason why I should have picked it up day one, but I didn't, because there was a lot of these are games in series, and another game in the same series was released later that year, and I did pick that up on day one, and I didn't want to be, too much of one game. And this game is probably one of the top 5 best-selling games for the Nintendo 3DS. It is Nintendo's best known series, and it heavily involves coins. That would be New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. And this is like pristine condition. All the other games are okay, but this one's like brand new, which is nice. And I don't, like I said, I guess I didn't pick it up day one because I did pick up New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, and I just didn't want to have overkill, but I'm completely fine. I won't have overkill anymore. I'm actually looking forward to playing this game, and my girlfriend also has it, and it does have local multiplayer, so I'm going to be playing that with her. So yeah, quite excited to have this. Quite excited to have the Professor Layton games finally in my collection. And this is all from the same eBay seller, so there's all my games there, all 6 of them. And yeah, let me know, like I said in the comments below, if you want me to do more of these, because I do have a package coming at the end of October that I could do. It's only one game, but I actually paid more for that one game than I did for all of these 6. So it's up there. It's a, well, we'll talk about it in the mystery unboxing. So anyway, you've been Bearded In. Thanks for watching, everyone. Beardage!